After the completion of the final testing of the students, we were able to conduct impromptu exit interviews with the experimental group involved in the study. The following footage contains comments made by that experimental group of students.
At first I was kind of, well, this could be some kind of toy or something, but then once you actually start doing it and start realizing what good it can be for you, then yeah, it was definitely a big difference.
I truly believe that the Dynadjust system would give the first trimester student a definite advantage.
I wanted to be the best that I could be, and that's why I wanted to be part of the group that utilized the Dynadjust machine. We started using the Dynadjust in Adjusting 1, and I think it was very beneficial to us that we used it during our first adjusting class. I think it really helped me.
The most beneficial thing that I found about the Dynadjust unit is that it made me really conscious about focusing on my speed.
In my opinion, I believe that the Dynadjust did help in some respects with speed. Actually, the tissue compression and whatnot, I think the Dynadjust did help a lot.
The Dynadjust used along with the skills that you learn in your first trimesters can be useful in developing speed, skill, and confidence.
I was able to see better results within the first week, probably on my speed, and on the depth, probably the next week and a half after that.
Immediately, I could see an increase in my speed, and it built confidence in my ability to adjust.
My favorite thing about the Dynadjust was the ability to pick up more speed as far as my line of thrust goes and my adjustments, and it was definitely beneficial.
My favorite thing about the Dynadjust unit was probably the cervical thrust that we practiced on. That was probably by far the best one, and the thoracic I felt helped a lot. Yeah, I noticed positive results after using the Dynadjust, immediately after using the Dynadjust.
It was kind of exciting. I was excited to get to be a part of this. I was actually hoping that it would help me in my adjusting skills, and it has. I liked the fact that you could actually see if you were using too much pressure or not enough pressure, because whenever I feel like whenever I'm adjusting another person, sometimes I feel like I might be doing it too hard or too soft. So I think that really helped me.
I was lucky to be chosen because I thought it would help me a lot. I felt like I was getting a little bit of edge on everybody else, because especially with my speed, I've noticed that the people that are using the Dynadjust seem to be more confident in their adjustments than the other people.
As a female with less muscle mass than a man, I think that the resistance training of the Dynadjust does help in being able to adjust anyone of any size. I was pleased with the progress that I made using the Dynadjust. I believe that my skills would have developed faster.
I enjoyed training with the unit. I wish I'd had it earlier in my education. I believe that it was beneficial in increasing my coordination. I believe that the Dynadjust is an excellent adjunct to traditional chiropractic training.
I believe the Dynadjust would be very beneficial because it helps control your thrusting, kind of lets you know what to do with your hands, and you're just not going in there putting your hands on another student. I mean, our first year when we were supposed to be practicing, and you get really sore, especially if you don't know what you're really doing, and I think it would be really beneficial.
There are definitely safety benefits in using the Dynadjust. Like I said, you're going to prevent yourself from going hypermobile from other students practicing on you. And sometimes when you first get started, people don't know how hard to thrust or exactly where to go, and it definitely helps.
I think schools that would utilize the Dynadjust system would experience a significant decrease in the injury rate that is experienced by the new students.
I can see how the Dynadjust would be good for first-year students to use so that it could prevent injuries to would-be patients. Because whenever a first-year student is practicing, of course, they haven't ever done anything on a real person before. So if you do it on a machine first, you can simulate the activity.
Yeah, I believe the Dynadjust helps with safety as far as when we're adjusting other students. We get to practice on Dynadjust. If we're going to make any mistakes as far as thrust or velocity, it'll be on that instead of somebody else, hurting one of our students or something else. So I think that's a definite plus with the Dynadjust.
If I had to pick between two different schools and the only difference was one had Dynadjust and one didn't, I would have to say yes, I would pick the Dynadjust just because it showed that the school cared that much more about the students and about the ability for them to make their bread and butter when they get out, and that's basically what it comes down to.
I would prefer a school that would use the Dynadjust in the first year, just because anything that you can do more will help you. I would want the most, the most for my education that I could get.
Then yes, I would definitely pick the school that used a tool such as the Dynadjust.
All things being equal, I would choose a school that had the Dynadjust over one that didn't.
I would definitely choose a school using the Dynadjust if everything is equal, the tuition, everything else. Just due to getting a little bit of edge on the experience of getting to adjust earlier.
Right now I'm adjusting too, and knowing what I know now, if I had to start all over, I'd probably heavily consider going to the school with the Dynadjust.
I think using the Dynadjust in your first few trimesters of school will definitely help you in being confident in adjusting and thrusting and being able to practice on since you can't practice on people, you can practice on it.
I believe that the Dynadjust will provide consistency in our profession because you can use it as a learning tool, and you can actually learn good habits instead of learning bad habits and on an actual patient.
I believe that the Dynadjust should be incorporated into the first year program of all schools, because if I would have had it when I first started, I know and I believe that it definitely would have helped my speed and line of thrust and the ability to adjust better.